Hello everyone, welcome to today stock market review where we are going to overview last week action and trying to build a trading plan and a watch list going forward and going into next week. So let's try to resume last week. Last week we have basically overshoot higher with the market resuming back into new all-time highs. So if you remember 2 weeks ago, we had here a bearish reversal candle with a gap down, a bearish gap here, pushing the market down on Wednesday, bounce on Thursday, giving back all the gains and more on Friday. And last week on Monday, we had here a bounce from the 50-day moving average, recovering the 21, the 8-day moving average, and resuming back up. It was not an easy path, especially after you seeing this kind of action. First, you have here a bearish gap. Let's start. We have a bearish reversal candle followed by a bearish gap push down. We have a bounce up but fading at the middle of the day. We had a close open and a close below the 821 day moving average. So this was on 2 weeks ago. That was the action from 2 weeks ago. Last week, what we had a bounce. After this kind of action, you were not expecting this kind of move, especially a bounce on Monday. It was expected, but this gap, we gap on Tuesday, this gap and go, it was not expected. Also, considering that the action on Wednesday very slow. On Thursday, it was also not that easy, but the market overall resumed back up. Why I say that's not easy? Because the action intraday has been very slow. Okay, let's look for example for Friday. What you have on Friday, it opens at 388.2, fades a bit, goes back up, but keeps here on a tight range, fading a bit, but not upside, not breakdown. So the action intraday is very slow. And what that makes for options, both calls and premium, the calls and puts, the premium, the pricing on those calls and puts on both sides, okay, goes lower. So that's the perfect environment for the option seller. Those that, for example, on this kind of moves can sell some out of the money puts. And collect the premium, for example, because it's very difficult to buy straight calls or puts on the pullbacks that not enough, the upside also not enough. So it's a tricky place, but we are on a bull market. New all-time highs on SPY 388.47. It's the level going for next week, but we are getting a bit extended from the 8-day moving average. We see what happened when we go extended from the 8-day moving average. Sometimes we pull back. So we are getting extended. I'm expecting a pullback, okay? But the question is not if, the question is when. And if it will be something like we have here, a bearish reversal candle and an overnight gap and fade lower, or how it will be the pullback. But we are going to have a pullback in next couple of sessions. Looking for the cubes, exactly the same thing. We had a bear case scenario here 2 weeks ago. On Monday, last week recovered the 21 and the 8-day moving average. Had a gap on Tuesday, but it was not easy. Big fight. On Wednesday, we had a gap and fade, but on Thursday, they bought the dip, and on Friday closed pretty much flat. So on Friday, it opened at 331.2, gone pull back, gone up, closed basically 331.4, so at the same price from the open. So no real action here on terms on options. It's very difficult to play some of the names with options. But once again, we continue on the bull market, and on the cubes, The candle as we closed on Friday not that inspiring. What that means? It means that after the market open, we had a bear attempt to pull back. They failed, bought the dip, and push into new all-time highs. But bulls were not strong enough to hold the momentum and resume back up at the end of the day. So they faded a bit and closed pretty much flat. What that means? It means that both bulls and bears were in kind of equilibrium. And we are getting same thing as SPY. We are getting extended from the 8-day moving average. So going into next week, 329 is my line in the sand. If we pull back, we can go into the 80-day moving average 326. Otherwise, level to break 332.4, and something that I'll be looking once we extend some more. If we extend some more, I'm expecting a pullback. Something like happen here on a pullback. Back extension and pullback back into the 8-day moving average. So that's something that I'll be looking. Apple. Also very tight range. Okay, let's see here on Friday, pretty much tight range. They faded the open, they bought 30 minutes later, tried to break higher, were not able to break new and make new highs on the day, but also pull back, not able to make new lows on the day. So very tricky action right now. But what can I say? It's above the 8-day moving average. It's above 136. While it's above 136, we cannot get that bearish. Okay, so going next week for the bull case, we need to break 137.42 to try to go 138, 139. 138, 139 is a big level. Okay, we saw it on the past. We saw that 138 was sold. We saw that 139. Very difficult time here. We break out, but it was a false breakout. Okay. False breakout, and we give it all back. Now 138, 139 is a big level. Are we going to break and stay above? We need to see it. Very bullish options activity going forward, but we need to see. Need a move above 140 and stay above. Okay, and from there we can go into 145. That's the levels. If bear strike next week and push price below 134, what we have $130 as the support line. So we have a possible $4 or $5 upside, but also $4 or $5 downside, depending on where the hell they are going to push next. But considering the action that we saw next week and the bullish options activity going into the monthly expiration, we can have an attempt to break higher. AMD also last week had a bullish reversal candle here on Monday, some follow through on Tuesday, but Wednesday, Thursday and Friday pretty much flat. Some consolidation here above 87, below $90. What I'll be looking, we are trying to, if $87 holds and we go above $90, what I'll be looking, above $90, I'll be looking to fill this gap at 93.6, and it can give a nice momentum. But we need a move above $90. So set your triggers above $90. I expecting $3-4 move higher on AMD. Another name that I had to the watch list, BNGO. It has been the name that this year has been making a big move higher. I'm having the stock on watch for now for possible consolidation here around $10-11. I'll be looking if the stock is able to break above this line that I have here, above $12. If it's going for another breakout, $30.85 first level, $14 plus second one. So one of the names that I will have on watch. Bullish options activity also on the name BNGO going into the monthly expiration. Facebook, the range is getting tight. Last week did very little. Okay, very tight range here. The range is getting tight. It's making higher lows, but not able to break above $270. So going into the next week, what I'll be looking, a move out of the range. Bull case above 270, we have 275 to $808, $280. Okay, so we have here a possible $5-10 move upside if Facebook breaks and stays above $270. Otherwise, If we break below the support line, my first support 263 and the bear case below 263, then I believe we can have a short for 255 as possible level. Okay, so something to keep on watch going next week. Another one that I have on watch, Fubo TV. The range is getting, once again, it's getting tight. Last week was not able to break higher. We have $47 as support. We need a move above 55 to resume back into the 60s. Otherwise, 47 support. Below that, 41.6, and that's the levels that I'll be looking going forward. JD, I had to the watch list. Saw some bull attempt on Friday to break higher. We have some bullish options activity going into the monthly February monthly options expiration. It's holding above the 8 moving average. What we need a move above 98. Above 98, expecting the stock to go back above $100. We have 101.68 as the first level. Okay. That I will keep the bull case scenario while we are above 94. 94 is the 8-day moving average. If you break below 94, we have a gap to fill at 91.8. $92 is also 21-day moving average, so that can be one of the levels. But I'll be looking for a possible breakout attempt going next week on JD. One of the names that I had to the watch list is Jinko Solar, JKS. Why? It hit on Friday a long-term support line that I have, okay, long-term support line here that comes from December, and it hit perfectly and bounced. Closed the week with a bullish reversal candle. So that's the first step. First, going into next week, needs to hold 61, okay? If it holds 61, what we need next? We need to break above 66. So that will be my level. Above 66, I believe that this stock can go all the way into the $72 area. So that's what I'll be looking. Bull case needs a break above 66 for $6 move higher, in my opinion, going into the monthly expiration, okay? Against 61. When this move will be invalidated, if we move below 61, then we can fall apart. We have $58, $57 as possible support targets. Lemonade, a name that I will keep on watch going into the monthly expiration. The range is getting very, very tight. Didn't break yet. It's making higher lows. But what we need above 155. This is a fast mover. We saw it on the past. This is a fast mover. So I'll be looking going into the monthly options expiration if we are going to have a breakout above 155. Above 155, my first target is around $170. If it goes above that, 180 is the next logical level. When this breakout attempt, it will be invalidated. If we close below my support line and below 138, then we can fall apart into 125, okay? But we need to see it. What I'll be looking, possible break higher above 155. Netflix, also on watch going into next week. We have on... I played this move on Thursday on this candle here. This pop, I closed on this candle here. It extended a bit more, but I was able to generate very nice cash flow on this pop. What I'll be looking going next week, if it's going to hold first 545. $545 is the first support. Below that we have 537. If it holds, it can try to break higher above $560 and go into 580. That's the bull case. Bear case, if the stock breaks below 537, it can give the gains back. 525 first support, 515 second support, and we have a gap to fill at 509, okay? But keeping the stock on watch. NIO, one of the stocks that I also have on watch going forward. It's a name that continues to see relentless bullish options activity. The range is getting tight once again. So I'll be looking for a move in the next couple of sessions going into the monthly option expiration. It tried several times to break below 55. Didn't break. 55, 54 big level here. 54, 55 big level. Bull case needs above $60. Above $60, once again, this is a fast mover, can go first target 64, above that 66, and if it breaks 66.99, it will be the level to break to go into the $70 area. So NIO, it's one of the names that I'll be looking next 2 weeks. Nikola, another name that I'll be looking into the monthly options expiration. Some bullish imbalance going into the monthly expiration. It's trying to hold the 8-day moving average. It's trying to rebuild once again. And above 25, the target is $30. So it's a name that I'll be looking going to the next couple of sessions. NNDM, another name that I am going to watch into the monthly options expiration. Why? We are holding above the 8-day moving average, so $13-14 area is a support. If the stock breaks above $16, it can go $70.89 first target, $18 second one, and above that new all-time highs once again. So NNDM, one of the names to watch. Run, another name that I'm keeping on watch. Why? First, it's a fast mover, okay. Second, bullish options activity, bullish imbalance going into the monthly options expiration, into the February monthly options expiration. Closed on Friday with a bullish reversal candle, trying to recover the 8 and 21-day moving average. What we need next? Above 79. Once again, this is a fast mover, okay? So this can jump very, very fast into $85 plus. So above $80, I'll be looking $85, $90 range as first target, okay? So keeping the stock on your watch above $80 area, it can run very, very fast. Tesla, one of the names that I'll be looking. Why? First, on Friday, saw here deep buying, pushing the price back above the 8-day moving average. The range is getting tight once again. I'll be looking if the stock holds Friday lows, and if it's able to go above $180, all-time highs, $900 is the first target. Above that should go into 1K. That's a mental level that traders should be looking, in my opinion, if the momentum holds. Okay, so as summary, and the overall picture is pretty much bullish for now. Let me try to bring you here a bit the market breadth indicators, okay, just to give you an overview. New highs, new lows continues to have a bull case scenario. The same indicator on the online shows here that we are back here on the indicator back to February 2020 highs, looking for a possible break higher, okay. The bear case scenario needs something like this. We still don't have it, so that can happen. Yes, anything can happen on the market, but we need to see it. Advanced decline issues new all-time highs once again. The McLaren oscillator bullish but not overbought, okay, so we have room to go into the 60s. The McLaren summation index finished the week with a bull cross attempt. What we need confirmation. We need going into next week a confirmation backup to have something like we have here and resume backup. Otherwise, if we start making lower highs, lower lows, we can morph into something like this and have a pullback into the next couple of weeks. What we have some more. Let me try to give you a quick overview on the Dow Jones also bouncing from the lower support on the Bollinger Band above the middle of the range, has room to make new all-time highs, needs to go into the top of the Bollinger Band here, going into the next couple of sessions, okay? Otherwise, if not able to make new all-time highs, that will be considered a bearish divergency, lower highs, and from there it can pull back looking for lower lows. So something that we need to be open-minded. But looking for the weekly chart all over the place, see that we have 1 week big down candle, next week big up candle. So these back-to-back moves here, we had something similar also on November. See what happened next. So if history repeats itself, what we need next week, We need new all-time highs on Dow Jones and resume back up into the next couple of sessions, okay? But we need to see it. The weekly chart not overbought, lots of room for upside, so something to keep on watch. Nasdaq, it's bullish, but it's near the top of the Bollinger Band. Not saying that we cannot go higher. Yes, we can, but it's getting a bit extended, and a pullback should be expected one of these days. Looking for small caps, very also resume back up, new all-time highs. Looking for SP 500 new all-time highs. It's getting near the top of the Bollinger Band. Can pull back a bit, some consolidation above the middle of the range, but overall the picture is pretty much bullish going, at least for now. Okay, bears had their chance 2 weeks ago, they took it, but they lost the ball last week. Now what we want to see, are bears going to strike once again and push here price back into the mean and some more fighting before resuming back up? Or are bulls able to push higher and continue to go into 4000 on SP 500? No one really knows. Stay open-minded and let's look for the best that we can from the market, trying to generate cash flow on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Okay, so thank you all for watching.